Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, we are getting the breaking news. Marco Rubio to meet Denmark leaders next week signals no retreat on Trump's Greenland goal. So, we are going to see this video and see the reaction on social media as well. So, here, if I go and play the video, you can actually not listen but watch him. So he's saying, I'm not here to talk about the war, but we'll have the conversations with them. Second question is the admin really willing to risk the NATO alliance? So he says, every, you know, every president in America has retained this option. That's what he's saying. And he's not just talking about Greenland, globally, any country. So again, the same excuse America gives, that if the president thinks that it is a matter of national security, then they have the military option ready all the time. So that's what he told reporters in this press conference. And then he's flying to Denmark next week to meet. Okay, so if I have to do the analysis, or as per my understanding, see, nobody just travels to another country officially. Okay, so let me get back here. So officially, if there is a visit planned, that Marco Rubio is going to travel to Denmark and have some political discussions. Well, nobody is just traveling to other country just for having a tea. Okay, so this thing is a pattern. Last time Trump did this with Venezuela, and then before that they did it with Iran. Okay, so with Iran they said, okay, negotiate and turn off your nuclear facilities, this and that. So verbally they told, and it did not work out, so they bombed Iran nuclear facilities. Okay, so that's the pattern. First they tried to communicate, and then second, on Venezuela, they verbally tried to stop Maduro, and then they attacked. Okay, so again he's flying to Denmark, not for having a cup of tea with the Denmark administration, but you can understand that this is only the step towards the destruction. Okay, and this might not happen in just 2 weeks. Okay, they might not attack Greenland or just capture it within a week or two or a month. This is a long term vision, because you have to get into the head of the current president, Donald Trump. You need to know two things about Trump. He knows. Okay, so if I think like Donald Trump, I would know that this is my last term as president of America. So Donald Trump knows that he is not coming back in the power ever again. Okay, on top of that, he might be living his last decade in his life. Okay, so Trump knows this is the last 3 years he got as a president, and then he has lived his life. He's got nothing to lose. So what maximum can you do with Trump? Kill him, or put it, or send him to jail? Nothing to lose. Okay, he is already 80 plus years old, and he has lived his life luxuriously, all these 81 years, whatever. Okay, so he's got nothing to lose. So he's just trying to snatch whatever he can from the rest of the world. Okay, because you're gonna die in next few years, and you will not remain president at all after 3 years. So when a person like Trump knows this, especially a businessman, then he tries to squeeze all the profits he can within his powers. Okay, that's what Trump is trying to do, trying to threaten all the countries. Because remember, in his first term, okay, in the first term of Donald Trump in 2016 till 2020, he was not playing tariff wars. Okay, he was not playing tariff, because back then you could also do the tariff war in 2016-17, which you did not do. Why? Because Trump at that time wanted to come back again in the power. He wanted to win in 2020, and then wanted to continue 2024 as well. So Trump is in the first term did not do this to the world, because he wanted to repeat himself. Okay, but this time clearly he knows that he is not going to come back ever again as a president, and plus he is getting into the last decade of his life probably. Okay, so this is why when a person got nothing to lose, then he will make decisions like these. Okay, so let's say somebody is 82 years old. What he got to lose? Nothing. And on top of that, he's the president of the most powerful country, right? So again, when this visit is happening of Marco Rubio to Denmark, and Greenland comes under Denmark, I guess. Okay. So first of all, they're trying to either maybe politely ask Denmark to surrender against USA. You know what I mean, okay? Which means that just allow the US military to form the base in Greenland, or how it works. They want all the authority in that area. That's what they want, okay? And if Denmark or Greenland says no officially, and if things don't go the way America wants, then they will choose the military option in the future, okay? So I don't see any action happening on Greenland in next few weeks, but action might happen. So we'll have to keep an eye. This is a very ridiculous decade we are living in. So 2020 until 2030, we are in a decade of wars, okay? So let me see if we have any reactions coming from social media. So Rubio to made Danish officials next week to discuss Greenland. I mean, what to discuss? Look at this line: to discuss Greenland. I mean, Greenland Greenland belongs to Danish people and Dutch people. Okay, so what America has to discuss in it? I mean, why the fuck America has to discuss Venezuela? Who the hell are you? This is not your land. This is not your country. Okay. So you know what, America, I have been telling in my videos, if you go and watch my previous videos, I have been telling that America only fucks around with weaker countries, okay? Weaker countries which are obviously don't have nuclear power, plus don't have heavy military, okay? So for example, America will never fuck around with Russia. America will never fuck around with China. America will never fuck around with India militarily, okay? Because in these countries, Russia, China, India, you can't go head to head, one to one militarily against them. So US military, I mean, everybody's a brave force. I respect all the forces. The point I'm trying to make is that America as a country can't directly go one to one militarily with Russia or with China or with India. No, not possible. So they use proxies. Okay, they made Ukraine to fight against Russia, and then whole Europe and whole America and everything is backing up Ukraine. But we know Ukraine is gonna lose anyway. And again, America can't directly go into war with China, and then America can't militarily go in war with India. Okay, so these people only show their strength on weaker countries, which are barely countries, such as islands like Cuba or Venezuela. I mean, you're showing powers to them. Come on, I invite you to show powers to India and China and Russia. Come on, America. If you have the balls, then bomb America, bomb China, and bomb India, and you F around, and you'll find out. Okay. So again, the statement given by Marco Rubio is, I'm not here to talk about Denmark or military intervention. I'll be meeting with them next week. So one step at a time, they're gonna go with their diplomatic channels, and even in these diplomacy meetings, they threaten. They threaten the other countries that, okay, if you don't do this, we will take a military action. Okay. So here it's not like I mean, first of all, what's the fucking point? I mean, who the fuck are you to discuss about Greenland with Denmark? It's Denmark's land, or Greenland is a sovereign country, I believe. So who the fuck are you to come and discuss about my country? So I don't know why Denmark is allowing this, because a small countries like Denmark has no options. Okay, so countries like Denmark are not as giant as China, Russia, or India. So I can understand. So this is what I told you just now, that America only shows its power and its strength against small countries, and it doesn't have balls to go against Russia, China, and India militarily. They will do proxy wars. That's a different topic. Okay. So this is the statement from Marco Rubio, and we will see, updates will come next week, and we will see how the situation unfolds in the times to come. And this is a very disastrous decade we are going through. Nobody has any guarantees. I am making the video, you're watching the video, but tomorrow one missile can hit me, one missile can hit you, and we might not be here. Okay, so take care, and you are watching Cosmic Reporter. Till then, subscribe, like, and share.